Hello. Okay, in this video I'm going to show Struan Jennings his new project car, his new old project car. It's an old car. It's this one here, a Renault Clio, and Struan is making his video at the same time as I'm making the video. Just sort of finding it quite the two videos going on at once. But yeah, I'm going to do a wee review on this car. I'm just going to show you all around it, within the inside of it. I'm going to also do my usual touch as well to my videos regarding car reviews, and that is to show you underneath it. I've got the selfie stick which I'll put underneath. I always like to include that in the car or any vehicle review video to show the underside. Also, I'll show in the bonnet, and we'll go through all the parts that is needing done on it. So, let's do this video. I'll go around and show you what it looks like on the outside, and then sure Struan will introduce the viewers to his car. So we'll just pause this. So, yeah. He's doing a video. This is behind the scenes.
Going to get a haircut. Who gives a shit?
So your new car, it's you got it for...
Well, here's a bit of the story. The guy who I bought it from had it listed for £1,000. I'm going to put mine right here so I can look at both. For £1,000. I asked the guy, I was like, what do you need to get for it? We Buy Any Car offered him 450. The scrap which for that, and as good nick as it looks, is atrocious. So I then said, tell you what, take it for a test drive. Alright, needs a few things which we'll explain in a minute. And we came to the deduction that I'd pay him £460. So less than 500 quid for a car with a brand new MOT on it.
£460 you paid
not
for
bad.
That, reduced from £1,000.
Yeah, really not bad.
And looking at myself and that, and then saying, what video am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm doing a video, he's doing a video, and then see myself on
Stabilising.
screen.
Do this for stabilisation.
A bit like
that. What armour?
I know, like, used to see that on my own, doing a video simultaneously, which is quite unique.
Oh yeah. On the other hand, I found out as well. You remember we did the
Oh yes, yeah, I do.
The front camera is a 4K 60 camera.
4K. That's amazing quality.
I mean, look at it. It's brilliant.
This is your new phone, by the way.
Yeah,
of course.
Galaxy S25.
So I've done a video on it as well.
Yeah.
So not just going to introduce myself on your video
people, yeah.
and doing what I mean. So it's a little bit all over the place with the videos here. It's quite good. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do next. I'll show you around the outside of this car. I'll show you a view of it.
Yeah, you may have some questions for us.
Right.
Something's wrong on that.
That sounds like probably an exhaust or something.
The exhaust or the little, you know, the brake shield.
Oh yeah, the anti-rattle thing. Yeah. It sounds like, because it sounds loud, it sounds like the exhaust maybe. But then again, so that's just a car that was listening to going outside. Which this car has got an exhaust issue as well, isn't it?
I just said that, yeah. So the issue with my car at the minute is it's got an exhaust hanger that's making the exhaust rattle.
Ah, yeah.
Which is strange, because I've looked at it and it still has the rubber bushing on it. That's why I got all that.
Yeah, it was just in an MOT advisory board. There's a list of MOT advisors, a lot of jobs being done on this.
We will show you the MOT sheet. I'll just cover the VIN number.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
I'll show you the MOT sheet and you'll see just exactly why. But first I want to show you the engine bay, because Chris hasn't seen that either. And you really well question how I got that for that money when you see how clean the engine bay is.
Yeah, I've been in it already actually, and it's really quite tidy inside. It's had about 11 owners, I believe. So, I'm going to just do the complete walk round on this.
Just to the left of the badge, push it down, and off the bonnet up. So I use this hand.
So I'll get round again. This is the bit that I can't wait to see. The engine bay.
It's really, really clean.
Yeah. No. So initial thought, looking at that, it looks as though it's been steam cleaned actually. You know, it's
hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's very clean now.
Yeah.
That oil there, that's maybe because it's had an oil to fill. Yeah. This actually looks really clean. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
This will show or highlight any leaks. So if it's been cleaned, any oil leaks will show up. I can actually smell the oil right away. You know, like it fumes.
Yeah.
So
There's a Bosch battery.
Oh, yeah.
Add in the other one.
So this is the
It does smell like
unit
burnt oil.
splitter. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
familiar
it's
with
just
that.
what's sitting there, but
It's a very strong burning smell of oil, but it's a lot of oil there.
not milky.
Oh yeah, well if it's milky that means it's
Head gasket.
head gasket water's mixing with the coolant's mixing with the oil.
Ooh.
Oh dear. That doesn't look healthy.
No, it doesn't.
That is the mayonnaise. That's the classic mayonnaise
Yep.
for a head gasket. Now what I'm thinking now, because this is oil, engine oil here, because perhaps back pressure is building up and pushing the oil up through the seal because it's pressurised in there now.
Yeah.
If the head gasket's gone, it pressurises the cooling system as well, so the hose will be rock hard. Normally you would smell petrol in there as well, because
Can't really open it when it's hot.
no, you've got to be extremely careful when you do, because that's pressure.
That is
pressure.
bad.
Yeah, now that's obviously another thing that's wrong
Head
with
gasket.
it. It's a huge
That's a bit
job.
of a bitch. Right? What
Just
that's
somebody-
going to tell me is I have to leave it parked for a while until I get a head gasket now.
Well, the driving it around with a head gasket full is
Not a good idea.
not best. That's quite hard as well. I mean, and just to find out where the radiator hose is usually rock hard. If it's there's one down there, but that's hard to get my fingers right down. There's the other one down there, but they will be pressurised, I would assume.
I will be.
Which is
One
another
more issue then.
big
I'm going to
task.
drive it home tonight and leave it parked until I get a head gasket sorted.
Yeah, head gasket. You need to get the kit as well. You'll get
Yeah.
the
As long as it's not done the
manifold
engine.
gasket, thermostat.
That's going to be an absolute
Head bolts.
arsehole because I'm going to have to take everything out of there.
To be honest, looking at this, you can see the engine though. It's not completely buried like some cars.
No, that's
You know,
true.
you can actually, and you like to do this task, so I'm going to get a picture of that with this, so I could do that at the same time.
It's not a good look.
But right away, I saw that. I mean, this you'd have to take off extremely slowly.
Yeah.
You know, if you want the surf. Or, yeah. So I'm going to actually remove the pressure release from the expansion tank. Now, mechanics know all about it, but if you're not, when the engine's hot, you never unscrew it and just stand anywhere near it. You get an arm's length and use a cloth, slowly release it, so the pressure's released. Strange, very slowly releasing that cap. You could hear it hissing. That's the pressure. It should be pretty much out now, I would have thought. You would see it starting to bubble up if it was getting to the point, but just slowly release it now. I would say the pressure's off because you heard it hissing out. So that now, if you smell any petrol, it's hard to tell really, but you do get like a
Let's get a
tester.
whiff of it.
Yeah, you get like a tester.
Oh, it's fishy.
Yeah, that's a typical coolant smell. It's the ethylene or whatever the glycos are. You know, it doesn't look too bad, but
Well,
I know that mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it doesn't 100%. If it's condensation, is another thing, but
it's pretty rank.
usually you smell petrol fumes in there, and the tank would be, you know, the actual hoses would be really hard because as the piston's coming up, it's actually compressing. It's pressurising at the top dead centre, but it's
does.
pushing past the.
It does stink a bit, yeah.
It doesn't look nice. No,
No.
it wouldn't be. That's a mixture of
It does
water,
stink of petrol a bit.
water and coolant. Yeah, you usually get
Yeah, a
petrol
wee bit.
in there.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, aye, yeah. but petrol smell from there is that's fairly common, I would think. But you certainly don't want to smell it here. Exhaust fumes, but it's difficult to tell because my Mark III Astra had the same problem.
That's disgusting.
The head gasket went on it, and the hoses for the coming to the radiator
Burst.
were really rock hard because it was, as I say, it was pressurising. You could actually, if it got any harder, it could actually. I would think it might even blow a hose.
Yeah.
It burst the cooling system inside the. But the engine
We
could
don't want
overheat
that.
as well. It might warp if it's an alloy head because you get hot spots. It's putting air in the system as well. But
Well, that's one issue more for
Yeah.
me.
so that anyway, you've got your screen wash there. Brake, is it clutch? How do you like clutch? cable clutch or hydraulic? I don't know if it's hydraulic or not.
I can go and press the clutch, you can listen for it.
Yeah, well, I'll keep a watch on the level in there. If you press it and that varies, I would have thought then. Yeah, usually I hydraulic these days. Well, I can't really tell, but I wonder if there's any movement, any cable movement. I can't even see what's that buried with all this stuff. So yeah, that'll probably do. I don't. It's hard to tell. I don't know if it's cable or hydraulic. I'm trying to see if I could see the cable down there. Maybe move it again once or twice again. See, I don't even know where the transmission is on this thing. It must be on the off side, the near side. It's buried under here. I can't see it. Oh, hang on a minute. I wonder if that's it there. I wonder if that is that a speedometer cable. Yeah, do it again. That looks as though it is going into the hills, and I think it's cable. Unless that's a hydraulic line, I can't. No, wait a minute, there's a bleed nipple on there, so that will be a hydraulic. I think it's hydraulic. Yeah, I think so. So I mean, firstly I've looked under that bonnet in this car. It's like buried with components. I mean, it's a small engine bay. What was the size of it again?
1.2.
1.2 petrol, so 1.2. It's no turbo, is it? I don't think it's turbo, no, I think it's just aspirated. So it's a small engine bay and there's a lot of parts. It's not a big engine, it's only 1.2, but it makes everything tight, compact when it's small, and everything is like buried in there, and they've got the battery and all the plastic shroud to come off in order to see the transmission. But there's a lot of work being done on this car. I'll show you. So looking inside,
just say taking a screenshot of that to send to my mobile mechanic.
Oh yeah,
not so mobile mechanic.
Yeah, condensation. It's water and coolant. That's what the mayonnaise is. So I'm going to show the rest of the inside actually. I'll maybe get a start up. In fact, yeah, I'll show them inside first, and then I'll show the start up.
Okay, I'm back now. I've just sent the pictures to my mechanic friend, who's hopefully going to help with some stuff.
So the back,
It's a bit of a bitch.
it's not that much legroom in the back. That's
Not
for
when my
sure.
seat's been in.
No,
I've actually rolled my seat
Oh,
back.
now that's different. I've never known that before.
Yeah.
Seat belts are up there.
Well, that one is, yeah. It's meant to magnet to the roof, but somebody's moved it.
That'll be for the middle one. That'll be the middle
Yeah,
seat.
yeah.
Yeah. Ah, so I'm going to get in here and just see what it's like. To move it forward, there's no way I'm going to get in there without that seat going forward. In fact, yep, that's the seat. Is that as far forward?
Hold on. There you go.
Oh, right, okay, so if you put it back, let's just show how little leg room there is, because it is only a small car. So that's the seat right back in about 6 foot, and that's your typical length. Seat's right forward. So what's it like going back? If you put it back, just to compare, it's still a bit more to go yet.
It has got a lot more to go.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's about average person though.
yeah, that's probably right. So my knees are right up. It's a
It's
small
more like
car.
the Honda Civic.
Oh, the Honda Civic was worse. You didn't get the foot room after.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah, I discovered that after a long distance. That
To
time.
Glencoe.
Yeah, so the headroom isn't too bad. It's not bad because the roof's fairly flat.
Yeah,
It
that's
goes
true.
right the way from the front to the rear. It's fairly flat profile. Whereas on like say my car, the headroom's still good on mine, but it goes down a bit more at the back.
That's a very slight droop.
There's
as it comes
plenty of
forward.
headroom in both this car, including mine. Oh yeah, that seems to go.
It goes up, down and
Yeah.
back up again.
Yeah, there's a bit of a
There you go, you can see it now.
bump there, but that's a design feature. Obviously,
Yeah, of
that's you see how much.
I mean, it does move.
Yeah,
It's cushioning, probably for a rollover.
a roll bar will be going along there. I think for the.
I think it's just cushioning from the headliner for a rollover.
Oh yeah,
Who
well,
knows?
for rolls on this roof.
Maybe it is a support bar, who knows?
It's possibly something
Along
along those lines. So there's not much wood. It's just fairly small cars. So the Renault Clio, I think, would be probably, I'm guessing, a Class B size car, which is, to put it into sort of perspective from my understanding, like a Ford Focus, Vauxhall, Astra, they're Class C size car. Believe it or not, the Skoda Octavia is a Class C car, But that would fit in the Class D, no bother. In other words, it's a large car and the Class down is the biggest in its class, the Class C size.
You try to tell me this is smaller than a Ford Focus?
Oh yeah, the Clio I think is officially small. It's not that
The
bad.
estate version though? I don't think so. This isn't the normal two-door Clio.
Oh, 4-door.
Sports Tourer is the estate.
Yeah, well, I think it. The
What we'll do is
class.
I'm going to go and have a nosy at the lengths of a
Yeah.
2011 Ford Focus now.
I think the class it's in
Oh,
the class
strange.
brackets. Class B. Oh, that's someone else.
Somebody moving. I'll get the measurements.
Yep, you get the lengths and that. And do you get the curb weight? You look at the curb weight. I like to.
I was looking for zip ties for the exhaust hanger.
So there's a few things that is needing done. Is there anything in the boot that I'm going to have a look in the boot? Make sure there's nothing in there that's not wanting to be seen. What I've noticed as well in this car is it's got the traditional windy up windows at the back.
Fit windows.
Yeah, that actually goes down to that point, which is it's good
I
because
actually quite like it. It's less to go
yeah,
wrong.
it's less to go wrong.
If I
Exactly.
decide to camp in the car,
That's right. You don't need to rely on the ignition, especially if there's passengers left in it and the driver's out with the keys. They could still open the window with the old manual traditional method. Yeah, I believe it is a class like a mini, not a mini, but not a super mini, but a smaller, sort of like in the Fiesta class, Ford Fiesta. It's definitely, I think, officially in that class of car, which is segment B. Whereas the Focus and Astra is segment C. But if you went to like say Mondeo, Audi A4, Mondeo, that sort of thing is official. And Volkswagen Passat, that's segment D, that's large class cars. But the Octavia sits between segment C and segment D. Officially it's C. That's why I like it, because I'm getting a big car in segment, and getting a big car that like the Octavia would fit in segment D without any problems. But it's officially a segment C. So I'm getting a big car for the smaller segment. That's why the Octavia is it's a popular car. It's good for that. It's cleverly done. So it's obviously the biggest in the Class C size segment for the car. But this Renault Clio this year anyway, certainly I would say the segment B, which is the small size. And if you got segment A, that's like super mini, you know, like your Fiat 500 or something like that. So it's electric boot, well not electric boot, but it's got the electric release, the lock release. Most cars of this age sort of. The boot's really tidy, by the way. Wow, yeah, it's just been cleaned out, this car. So it's one of these type of parcel shells that spring loads. The hooks just hook over there. So it's not the hard type one, it's the I'm just doing a film with one hand and lock it in there. That's it, yeah. I wonder, has this got a spare wheel? Was it actually got a spare wheel? Or is it? No, it's got double. Oh, it's under. Oh god, it's actually under. Yeah, oh I see. At least you got a real wheel. It's not these space saver wheels, I don't think. It's a proper size one, I think.
can't use it.
Can't use it, no?
Look at the fucking state of it.
Oh, is it rusty? Mind you, it is rusty right enough, but you know, that's not as bad. I think a lot of that's the surface rust. It may look bad, but I don't think it's structurally bad, that wheel. You don't really fancy trying it. You know, in an emergency it's probably best. The tyres would certainly be the thing you'd want to check for sure. The condition of the tyre hasn't been cracked or with age. I mean, the wheels rust, but it's pressed steel. The actual road wheels, the proper, not the spare, the actual road wheels that's on the car for standard is alloy wheels. This particular car's got it.
It is actually shorter than a 2011 Ford Focus.
Oh yeah, I was quite convinced this was a Class B
I know, but even then, this is a estate car. It should be longer.
estate. I don't know, is it a estate hatchback? It's got drum brakes on the rear.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's drum. I'd have thought this was just a hatchback myself.
Oh, no.
Is it? Your estate?
It's an estate. That's what's called Spokes Tourer.
Is it? Oh right, I didn't know that. That's unlearned. I didn't realise. Apparently, this Renault Clio, this type is actually an estate. It was the Tourer, was it?
Spokes Tourer.
Sports Tourer. Renault.
Spokes, I don't know.
The sports bit, I don't know about that, but well, there you go. I just assumed it was an estate, a hatchback, but it's an estate apparently.
I've got a photo of an normal one for you.
Yeah, and that'll be shows us how to compare them.
5-door. You'll see it has no further back.
yes.
You got your flash
This
on here.
flash on here.
Has no further back window.
Yeah, no, that's got the actual extra window bay,
Yeah.
whereas that's the hatchback,
I'm just having a look, yeah.
and this is the extra bit that makes it an estate. Oh, right, no, I didn't know
The
that.
boot's quite big, so
You know that? I never knew that.
yeah.
I just assumed right away. When I saw that, I said it's just a hatchback.
And
But
obviously, there's your photo of the estate version, the extra window and a bit longer. So
yeah, absolutely right.
it's good. It's good.
Ah, right. So there you go. That's something that I learnt. Didn't know that. Never knew that, and I would never have known that extra bay made it an estate. Didn't know. I just thought it was a hatchback. So there, learnt something as well. Has it got electric window mirrors, heated mirrors? Is it? No, just
electric, yes.
electric. Oh, it's electrical adjustable, but not heated, and it's the usual toggle switch setup. So the dashboard, what's the? It's pretty much the proper original dials. What I like.
Yeah, I like them too.
5-speed gearbox in it.
Yep.
I'll just zoom in on that.
That's alright, yeah.
Yep. 5 reverses in the 6 geared speed position. Cruise control.
Yeah, cruise control buttons down there.
Oh, this is
Right next to the
sport.
handbrake.
Oh, because this will be a high end, high spec. This is the
Yeah, I
highest
think
spec.
there was
isn't
2 trims, this is the upper one.
it? Ah, yeah.
So the cruise control up and down there. Then
Yeah.
resume and override, I think. So.
But you got wipers, usual.
And short indicator stalks and wipers, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're short, isn't they? What the heck? They certainly are.
It's funny, well, it doesn't matter though, because the size of that,
Yeah.
it still works.
Does the steering wheel adjust in that? Adjustable, yeah. Raking pin.
Well,
raking.
That way, but not,
Not in and out.
not
Oh,
reach.
just down and
yeah.
up. It doesn't telescope in. Usual
Doesn't need to.
air conditioning. Is it? got
Yeah,
that?
it has.
Aircon, radio, stereo, usual.
Yeah.
Heated seats, is it?
No,
Not quite that much. The interior lights. What are
Like
they
a
like?
jar doesn't have that. It's not got rear interior lights, just front.
Hasn't got a rear. Oh, I didn't know that.
To be fair, Kia's Fiesta doesn't have rear lights in it. That's a 23 gauge.
Jeez. I never realised that it didn't have rear lights in the back. Oh, right, I just thought all the cars. Well, actually, to be honest, not all the cars in the 80s and that only had one interior light, and it was right above
the
the.
dome light, yeah.
Aye, single light, and it was just one
A
switch.
map light.
That was it. It was just your standard light, one bulb. So, now this car, it's not his normal run around. He's still got his Renault Clio. This is his project car. Now there's a list of faults on it that I could show you.
I want to film you. I want to film this bit, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Hold on.
watch this. And now,
The MOT advisories list.
going to read up the MOT advisories.
Yeah,
list.
I
It's
don't
got
laugh
the
or
MOT on
cry.
it. A lot of stuff on here.
Right, here we go. That's my... There's a list.
Good grief.
So, oil leak but not excessive, front, upper and lower. Oil leak but not excessive. So there's 3 things for 1. Suspension component corroded but not seriously weakened. Rear all, rear axle, front cross member excessively holding corroded, which we will look underneath. Exhaust mounting defective rear back box. You will hear that when we start the car because it rattles. Coil spring corroded, all 4. Near side rear coil spring seat cup missing. I don't know what a seat cup is. I thought it was a bump stop.
Oh,
Shock absorbers, slight external damage to case and rear both.
oh, I know what that means. The seat, that's the bit where the bottom of the suspension
that'll be
goes
what
in
it
at
is,
the lower. It's like the lower track control arm on the rear. Because in my car they were the same that corroded, and both of them needed replacing.
Then we've got service brake binding but not excessively near and offside rear. Wheel bearing slight play offside front. No, that's that one. Then suspension arm pinner bush worn but not resulting in excessive movement. Front all, rear all.
Jeez.
So the first things I'm going to get done, or were going to get done, would be the spring shocks and exhaust thing, as well as the clutch is knackered.
Oh yeah, the clutch. That's
But
the other thing.
now my first worry is not anything to do with the clutch or the springs or the shocks. It's going to be the bloody head gasket.
Yes, yeah. So on top
Because
of
that
all
needs
that,
sorted, otherwise the car can look £1 million and be worth about a tenner.
yeah. Well, that's the thing about head gaskets. It's half the engine's got to come apart there. Oh, so there you go. That was a list of the advisories.
Hell of a list.
Now you only bought this car for a very little, 450 quid,
460.
460. Now he bought it as a project car. He still, as you say, he's got his Renault Clio, which I've done a review on already on the channel. That's his.
Progress goes on, isn't it?
So
Every time we do something,
His
I'm trying
video
to
on as
find
well.
that, see if Chris wants to do the update when we replace the parts.
It's just seen John.
Yeah,
I don't know what video else is there.
I'm
But
just
yeah.
saying to my guys here, I'm saying if you want to do the update video,
Oh, the
once
update,
I've
yeah, of
finished
course.
doing the
Yeah,
parts,
yeah, I'll do the
because
update
also I have to
video.
go somewhere to get the things
Yeah,
done.
definitely. Yeah, I'll do an update
replaced
video on
and
that as well.
come back to it.
He's doing a rolling road repair, and he's doing a job one at a
In
time.
other
maybe,
words,
not
here's
many.
the description of what I'm doing.
So,
I have 359 days to the next MOT, which therefore is due May 2026. So you can all follow me on this adventure where I waste all my money fixing shit. Head gasket, I have to pay for something
and
to do
that's
it.
on Struan
The
Jennings'
delivery,
channel.
that kind of shit. So I've done that. I can focus on doing the clutch, which is going to be ripping the gearbox out.
Yeah, you'd be as well taking the cross member and gearbox and clutch at the
I'm
same
going to buy a new
time.
cross member. So
'Cause-
drop that, drop the gearbox, and do everything that's
Yeah,
there.
do the jobs that when you've got that big part out, you might as well do the jobs that you could do whilst that's out.
Now that I know the head gasket's gone, the car is going to sit for probably a couple of weeks until I get the money, and I'll just keep buying the parts. Like I'll buy the clutch kit, I'll buy the springs and shocks, and I'll buy the cross member at one point, and then I'll buy a head gasket, and I'll leave all the somewhere safe.
And that will be on Struan Jennings' channel. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. So he's typing Struan Jennings, and you should get his video that he's doing at the same time, simultaneously. Now I suspect that it would be the head gasket because of the mayonnaise, as it's called, in the oil filler cap. That's due to engine coolant mixing with the lubricant oil. Now, that's the first suspect of it. Now, I think I would maybe suggest before you take it all apart, you maybe want to just get that verified with a garage that does all the the pressure tests and all the rest of it. So, because you don't want to take the engine apart you have to be sure that it is what it is before you take the thing apart. But I suspect it is the head gasket, especially knowing the amount of faults that this car's got. But he says he's bought it for a project car. Now I'm going to ask him if he can switch it on once he's ready. I'll let you hear it, and then I'll get us to say I'm going to show you underneath it as well. And perhaps I'll do a wee video as it drives on the car park just to show you it. I like to do all that on a car review video. So we'll see what I do next. So I was just thinking soon, before you take the head gasket off, maybe you get a garage just to verify that it 100% is the head gasket, because you don't want to take the engine apart and it's something like a condensation or something else. It's
true, but then at the same time it would need done at some point. So if I'm going to be doing other stuff, like spark plugs and whatnot, if I'm under there and spark plug wires and stuff, I can see what I have the time for. Dropping the gearbox out as well.
Clutch is definitely been done as well.
I'll show you. I know roughly where the bite is now. So the clutch travel goes all the way from there down to there, and only once it gets to about there,
it's just nearly full up.
There.
It bites.
Yeah, that's all you've got in the clutch.
The check adjustment as well. You would get a burning smell if it's starting to wear. The garage will tell you if it's actually needing adjusted.
It's whether it's, you say it's a hydraulic clutch. Maybe it's there's air in the lines.
Yeah, needing blade.
Or low on fluid.
Well, the brakes would affect, but then if it was like be spongy, I think. But we'd never get like an actual garage just to verify.
That's fair enough.
Just before you go ahead and take things apart, like gearboxes out and.
I know somebody that'll take it.
Yeah, because
the
obviously
bonus of this, because I've got two cars now, the idea is, if one goes into the garage for an MOT or a service, I still have another car.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is always great.
It's always
if one breaks down, you've got a backup.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly
when
right.
this car goes in to get fixed, I'll still have my good car.
You've got two cars.
I hate saying good car. I'll have my Kadjar for work and running about and everything else. This is my project car.
Project. Well, that's how you learn. Once you do your own jobs and do your own repairs on a car. It's just a foothold into getting into the trade and becoming an actual mechanic. You can then become a time-served mechanic.
Exactly.
Which I would say would be a brilliant job, because I'd love to be a mechanic. It's great. that's the way I would pass off to these guys. I mean, working on these sort of things, you know, people pay good money to get their cars fixed. You know, and if you could do the jobs yourself, especially like some welding, so you learn to do welding. You know,
That's a difficult one.
that's a good skill. I'd done welding, but not welding. I was brazing. I've done brazing at the factory, but it was for wheelchairs. I'd done a bit of welding at Tyson Training Service back in 1982, but I wouldn't dare weld on a car, like, you know. I wasn't like a proper, I was just training. I was only 17. Tyson Training, but...
In 1982?
Yeah, 1992. No, I was only 17. I was just...
75 you
75, yeah, I'm 50th this year, oh gosh.
What month?
Look, July.
Oh shit.
July's coming up. Yeah, so we're going to start it up and we've got to look underneath once it's started up. Just when you're, yeah. Oh, the lights, got to show you the lights on. Front wheel drive car, engine sitting transverse, so I'm assuming then gearbox will be buried down there, under all this, it's down there somewhere. Clutch will be between transmission and engine. 4-cylinder, hence 1, 2, 3, 4 spark plugs. It's actually got, like, it's got HT leads. It's quite an old design engine. Oh, God, the horn box. Yes, it certainly did. It woke me up there. Here, the exhaust is on the rear. It's exhaust. The inlet is on this side. That's the air intake. Fuel. Not there. That's the intake side for the fuel. What do you call it? The inlet manifold is on this side, and the exhaust manifold on that side. You know something I think I wonder if it's actually a turbo. You know, this car actually might be turbocharged, you know. I've got a feeling it might be. Yeah, I think that might be the turbo down there. Yeah, give it a wee rest. I think that's turbo. That's an actuator. I'm sure that's where the air's going into there. Well, it's going to be coming out of the intercooler. Yeah, this car's intercooled. That's a turbo intercooler, this one. Yeah, turbo. So it's not aspirated, it's actually turbo. So the air will come in here, goes into this filter. After the air's been filtered, it gets metered, monitors it. That's for the brake servo unit, I think. Vacuum. I think. Is it maybe? I don't know. Vacuum goes anyway. But it gets filtered, the air gets cleaned. Then it goes into the turbo, which is down there. The turbo's driven off the exhaust gases on this side. That's what that wee heat shield's for. The hot exhaust gases drives that side of the turbocharger, which is a shaft going from that impeller to the turbine on this side. That turbine compresses the incoming air, so the air goes through here, gets filtered first. It comes in from the front of the car, gets cleaned through the air filter, comes out of this hose, it gets metered, monitored with these sensors. Then it goes into the turbocharger, then it gets compressed, it comes out the turbocharger. Actually, that's the outlet, to tell a lie. So it goes into the turbocharger on this side. That's difficult. That's going in, it's going in there, gets compressed, it comes out of this side, so it's been charged up, the air's been charged. It goes down here into the intercooler, which is on the front of the car, it's like another radiator. The air intercooler cools the charged air down, gives it more density, more oxygen, and then once it's been cooled, the air comes out of the intercooler through this hose and then into the throttle body, which then doesn't mix with petrol because this is an injection car. So it goes into the inlet manifold, basically into the engine, where it will meet the petrol being injected in. Spark plugs will ignite it, burn, cause an explosion, pushes the piston down. Then the exhaust gases, after the combustion, comes out, goes into the turbocharger, as you might see down there. That's also the exhaust outlet from the turbocharger, but I'm sure the turbocharger is down there. Behind that will be the hot side. So that's something I'm quite sure it was. I might even tell you a few things on here. Now, there was something else I was going to look at. So here's the actual plate, the specification for the weights on the car. It's the actuals front. First one is number 1, that'll be the front axle, the rear one will be, well, maybe, yeah, because it's an estate, so it'll have extra weight on the back. What's the engine stuff there? The engine codes on the other?
I'm guessing a few of them are paint codes, like
Yeah,
KRO4 will be
probably
paint
will
code.
be, yep.
Shit while it starts. Get under it.
Oh right, so you got to switch it on. I'll film this as it rattles. Okay. Yeah. Give it a wee rev. Oh, the rattle. Yes. Yes, well. Yeah. That's that rattling off the exhaust. Stainless steel exhaust, I think. You know what, I think it is actually the heat shield. But I think that's the heat shield actually, it's rattling. I don't think it's the exhaust, I think it's the heat shield. I think so. I'm going to actually, yeah, hang on. I'm going to have to kneel down though. Wait till it rattles, it resonates again. Okay. Okay, let it idle. Ah, right, okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, I think it's the heat shield for the back actually. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable kneeling on the deck. We're going to have to get something to kneel on. Jeez, I forgot to. Yeah, I've still got it, but get. Oh, you could get that out. I forgot to bring
That's all it turns out to be.
I didn't bring my thing to kneel on. I was kneeling on the ground and it's bloody sore. But my jack, I could get it out from the back seat because obviously I got the bike carrier on, but I could access my jack for folding the back seats down on my own car and most other cars as well. So I think.
This is going to take my false floor out the boot to lie on.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, the false floor.
Well,
I'd use that as a means to lie on.
I've got
which
this one
is,
and I've got this one. And that's where the spare wheel kit is under there.
Ah, right.
I'll use this one.
Right, well, I'm going to get my stuff, something to lie on myself, and I've got my selfie stick also. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get, have a look underneath here, a selfie stick. Now I've got something to kneel on. As well, to a degree. Lie on. I can then try my best to film underneath this thing.
Yeah.
No. That's this, I think, stainless steel exhaust. Heat shield would normally be, yeah, above the
Thing is, if I do that,
it's just resonating. I don't think it's actual, because the rubber itself looks okay. That rubber mount doesn't look too bad.
No.
It's not as though it's sheared or anything.
no.
Did it say on the MOT, what was it? Did it mention anything about the rubber mount and the exhaust? Did it?
I'll tell you what it actually said. Something like exhaust mounting, something like that. I'll check though. Up this way. Long list of MOT shit. Rear exhaust mounting defective, black box.
What is another mount? There's the heat shield there as well.
Yeah, it might be back there then. Just can't really get to it.
Oh, guess what they've done? See that red thing?
Yeah.
That red lid. That's a lid off a milk bottle, because they've done that on my car as well to stop it rattling. Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Oh, for fuck's
I'm quite
sake.
sure of it. Yep, it is. You could even see
And maybe
it.
a Lucozade bottle.
Yeah, do you see it on my
Oh my god.
I've
yeah.
got that on mine. That
Is
stops the
that-
heat shield rattling. So, see if you turn your engine on, that's what it is. Yeah, they've done exactly the same on my car, because it was rattling. And when
Fucking. But it's doing it again now.
yeah, it might just need tightened. But,
Oh, can you see there's a hole where there's meant to be a bolt and there's not one to the right of it?
oh yeah, the bolts are probably just sheared. That's common. It's just thin metal.
I don't think you can see if you come
Yeah.
over this way a bit. Oh yeah, you
I
can see it. Yeah.
That's why they've got that red light. That lid acts as a big washer.
Yeah.
That's really why they've got that in, because it's rubber, plastic, and it won't.
For fuck's sake. Won't rust.
Yeah, it does the job. You see, it's
Well,
a big wide.
Not very well enough, but
I don't know if it's. See if I had something long enough, we could touch
yeah.
the heat shield while it's on and see if it stops that rattling.
You can always get your jack pull.
Yeah, I could even use it for the selfie stick as well. See, like, you've got the thing right under the nuts.
Oh my god.
The middle.
Oh, there's the heat shield.
Yeah, that's the big
Is
one.
it dripping there?
I don't know if it's one. Is that one piece? Yeah, I think it was. There's the red lid.
You've just tapped it, yeah. There's another red lid. Fucking hell. No, it's not, because it's here.
Oh, it's two of them, is it? Yeah. Well, I've got a green one on mine, so it's from my mug.
See if you bring it back and tilt it further up the way.
Yeah, okay, let's see if I can do that.
Yeah. There you are.
Oh, right, okay, now you get both. Oh yeah, I see that one.
Yep.
There's another one.
Just slightly further out. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jeez, way off.
That's a bit rusty.
Yeah, I think enough.
It's a bit further forward for the other one. It's just after that frame. Yeah,
oh, there we go.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, found it. Yeah, there we go. So that's what they've done. I mean, that's obviously it's a joint job, but it does the job, if you know what I mean.
But it is hanging though.
Now, if that is switched on, right, and I could touch that heat shield, see if it stops the rattling.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, give it a go. I think it probably will be the heat shield. So I'm gonna
Have we got a way to do something about it?
probably tighten it. Yeah. So he's going to switch on the engine. I'm going to use the selfie stick and touch the heat shield to see if it stops the rattling.
If that is true, that means the MOT was wrong.
Well, I don't know about the Milton. I'm not an expert on the Milton, but it looks as though it's, from what I can see, it doesn't look too bad in my opinion. But here goes. Start her up. Don't wait on it right. So the exhaust would have rattled right away if it was exhaust. That's just the heat shield that resonates. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Let's see what that one. Let's see. I don't know, can't even reach it. I need to get maybe something a bit more substantial. See, I'm touching the exhaust. Yeah, tailpipe. Yeah, it does actually. So maybe the bracket. Could be the bracket, I mean. Yeah. Well, initially I thought it might have been the heat shield, but looking at that, it probably is slightly worn. It's not, I mean, it's not like bad. I don't even see it was ready to fall off. Yeah, it's certainly noticeable, but it's not like having to say it's going to fall off anytime soon. Like, no.
My own sanity. It's not on my top. It's not top of my
No, it's not on major. You know, with the mileage and the exhaust itself isn't a blower. That's stainless steel, I think. Yeah, the same sort of thing as material. They tend to crack rather than rust. The crack at a joint, because mine's cracked at the joint where the pipe met the inlet of the. Well, actually, coming out of the intermediate silencer, between that and the rear silencer. It cost us 600. Because that was a place to hold rear catback section on there. So it's the axle, by the way, it's a trailing axle. That's the suspension springs on the near side. Shock absorbers, you can see it now. Driver side spring. Corroded, but I wouldn't say it's. Not an MOT guy, so I wouldn't know, but. It just doesn't look as though it's like, you know, that bad. I mean, it still works. The suspension's there and it's not half, because mine snapped in two in the centre and the car went down at one bit and it was really rattling, but it doesn't seem like that on it. I got mine both replaced, rear springs. But that's the plastic petrol tank. That heat shield there stops the pot exhaust. heat going near the petrol tank. That's plastic petrol tank there. So that's the rear underside. Oh, I'm going to have a look at the centre now. Right, now I'm going to film underneath. This is the centre of the passenger side, and the passenger side looking underneath. I'm trying to angle the camera. So what I'm going to try and show you is the exhaust where it comes from the engine. So that's the middle box there, stainless steel. No, not much ground clearance. You can see that the looking back towards the rear of the car, that's what it looks like. And this is in front of the plastic petrol tank. Is that maybe the charcoal canister? I think your car's got a charcoal canister. A charcoal? Yeah, that's for catching petrol fumes when the engine's off. Yeah, and it just purges, when it's switched on, it purges the fuel. The fumes go into the inlet manifold to get burnt. So now I'm turning the camera to the front. That's where the exhaust comes down from the engine. And that black bar when it crosses the anti-roll bar. Now there's hardly any clearance. My camera is really having difficulties. I'll angle it down a bit more because there's not a lot of road clearance. So I don't know what I'm seeing now. It's probably the subframe. Rear's the cross. So there's not really a very good picture of it in here at all. It's just not really showing very much. That I think is the track control arm for the front suspension. But drive shaft CV joint, passenger side. So yeah, it's not very good. So I can't really make out very much because there's not very much room under there. God, the camera's just hitting off the bottom of the car. It's just not a lot of room there. Oh, now at the front of the car, I'm going to put the camera underneath the front, underneath the engine. So, blooming heck, that's not. Oh, so first of all, there's a big plastic under tray that's quite low down. I think cable ties is what's required to keep that up. So the bottom of the engine, it's the sump. That's where the oil's kept. That's the oil drain plug. You might see it. I don't want any oil dripping out my phone, so I'm not going to hang it up right there. I'm not going to put it there for any length of time. Do not want oil going on it. That there is the. Oh, jeez, peeps, I can't even get it. I think that's a front cross member. It's pretty corroded, flaky like rust. That's the bottom of the transmission. It's cast aluminium. That's perhaps the bell housing to the clutch. The starter motor will be round about in that vicinity anyway, because the starter motor's got to turn the flywheel, and the flywheel's into bell housing where the clutch is bolted. There's the oil filter, I think. And just really looking on the screen what I'm filming, I can't see it really that clearly because of the. I think that there's the steering column. There's that the exhaust. That's the exhaust. I really can't see very well what I'm filming. That I think is the inner CV joint going to the driver wheel, the front driver side. That's the outer CV joint. That's looking up the hub. That's the track control arm for the steering, power steering, anti-roll bar, top link. What was that? What is that? Oh right, the accelerator pedal just for this sprung loaded. So it'll be I wonder if it's cable operated on yours. Accelerate by wire. Yeah, probably be. If it's got cruise control, it'll be drive by wire. It'll be an electronic throttle because that's used for the cruise control. Oh, jeezy peeps, that is not very much fun. That I don't think I'm going to do much more than that. Maybe in a full lock so I could get a look behind the view. Alright, yep. Okay.
This is from another mechanic, and one of my pals says they've done it before.
Oh, they've done the head gasket before, have they?
One of these,
That's-
perhaps I can get that done.
That's a great if somebody's got experience in doing it. Right, so the lights, I'm going to turn the wheel, turn it full to your full left lock. Yeah, let's see what's behind the front, the near side wheel. So we're getting a view of the lower suspension arm.
Pull itself back a little bit.
Yeah, recoil in the steering. I think I'm trying to get the ball joint. It's hard to show it on here. That's the track control arm ball joint. There should be a rubber gaiter for the steering.
That's your phone's going off.
Oh, is it? Right, I'll get that. Right, so this is on the rear of the driver's side wheel as it's on full left lock. You can maybe see the drive shaft live. So that's actually the gaiter for the steering wheel. Drive shaft's behind that and our CV joint. Drive shaft. Now if we get the camera around it and maybe get behind the wheel. No, it's not so easy. Because there's not really enough clearance to show what's behind it.
When you're under there, did you see anything to do with that advisory for the subframe? I just wondering if you could see anything with that. I'll read out what it says again for you.
Yes, okay, that's all we subframe it, but what's the advisory for it?
That's axles. Weakened. Cross member excessively old and corroded.
Right,
Front suspension.
front suspension, cross member, right, let's have a look at that then. Again, what I think we should maybe jack it up because it's really difficult, there's hardly any room to...
The jacking point's probably under the floor.
Yeah, definitely we need to jack it up. Right, so what we're going to do actually, we're going to have a look at that subframe. Now we're going to have to jack the car up because there isn't very much road clearance on it. It's very, very low.
How
So
the fuck are you getting that boot open?
oh right, no, I don't need to get the boot open actually. I could get the jack from the inner back seat.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
luckily.
going to say.
Oh no, I wouldn't take all that off. I'm going to get the jack out of the back of my car
Using the wheel lever.
using the lever. I just put the rear seat down. It just goes. It's actually down. It just needs to. Oh, it is down. Put it down already. And I can access my boot from there because I don't want to take all the stuff off my bike.
Provides a bit of insulation for the boot.
So that jack's heavy. It's a hydraulic jack. It's capable of lifting up to 3 tons.
This one weighs less than 2.
So we're going to jack the car up and get a proper look under it to see where the advisory is there.
2-ton jack, Chris.
2 ton, oh, that's still big enough for that. It's heavy enough for to fight because there's a couple of advisories regarding the corrosion with the suspension component and the subframe cross member. So we're going to get a proper look at that now. So
I can't even fit a bit of wood below it.
going to get that lifted. All right, that's as low as the jack will go. So
That's alright, yeah.
unless you've got something like a cloth, you can maybe
That's alright, I don't mind.
just put it directly on the metal.
Yeah. I mean, you no risk of metal splitting either that way. So.
Yeah, well, I bet most places will probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They usually have rubber pads.
Aye, well. Oh no, actual stands. Oh, something. No, that's just. As well, to make it clear, we're not actually going under the car because there isn't actual stands there. There needs to be actual stands before you go under it. You don't just go under the car on the jack alone. So we're only just lifting the car up a bit so we can get the camera under to see. We're not going under it because obviously it's not properly secure. It's only resting on the hydraulic jack, and if that fails and you're under it, well, you're history. So you need to have actual stands if you're going under properly. But we're only putting our camera under with the selfie stick to get a look at that and looking at it from here. We're not actually going under, we're just looking at it from this side to see where this corrosion is using the selfie stick as well. So, like I say, it's only just jacked up so there's enough clearance to see the corrosion. Now I'm going to get a look from stick the camera on.
Very slowly, your jack is leaking.
So, while Struan's at the offside, looking under it, not under it, like you're
some rust.
I'm going to put the camera under.
That's
No, I'm not getting under, I'm just putting the camera under to get a better look at this. Now that there,
100%. That's going to get done.
I think it's the bit that they're talking about. This plastic bit here is just That just needs to be bolted up. There's a bolt missing. That's why that's loose.
Ah, that's alright.
That's a skid part. It's just like a plastic under tray. Yeah, they get a much clearer view now of what's going on. Much better view with that jack. Jeez.
No, the majority of the underneath is not rusty.
No, that's not bad to be fair. I've seen worse, yeah.
Metal, I think. Yeah.
That looks alright. I mean, it's under shielded to a degree, I think. It's just that when you get a list of faults, it's a catalogue of work needing done. It's usually an off, but if you're willing to do the work. I mean, this front one does look a bit flaky, but they're advising it. I think that's what they'd be advising. It's funny that that's oiled, and this here is totally flaky. The other side, that's a lower suspension. See that? That's well, I can't really reach on. I've got a sore arm and I can't really. Yeah. But there's the steering rack. You get a better view of the steering rack as well now. It's jacked up.
Yes, Chris's camera.
It's a strange video, and that's the inner CV joint, driver's side.
Jesus Christ, looks a bit skinny on the metal.
Disc brakes on the front.
That boot looks like it's really good.
Let's see if we can slow rust.
More rust.
Rust, you finding more rust?
Yeah, it's always going to be a bit. Oh Christ. But what do you expect?
You know,
It's not bad for its age.
I've seen anything.
I mean, that, still solid.
See my very first car, my Mark III
Mark III
Escort.
Oh, an Escort?
Yeah, it was an X-Ray, it's a 1982 model.
Alright.
It was my very first car, it was 1995 I bought it, I was 13-year-old. There was that much rust you could actually see the road through the floor pan. At the back.
How the hell did that pass an MOT?
Well, I only kept it for a bit, just a few months. And then the Montego, the 2-litre MG Montego, that was a banger. That had a lot of rust. Water, we sat in the back, if anybody was in the back, they'd be wet. Because the water would come up through the rust hole and where the seat was. It was just a rust bucket. It was. But it was a good car to drive, it was powerful, but it was just, the time I got it, it was knackered. It was just destined for the scrap. There was too much needing done to it, but and then after that I got a decent car, a Mark II Astra, which was a good one.
I can't imagine that being too bad.
That was pretty good, but sadly somebody drove into the back of it and I'd written it off. So that was the end of that car.
What year's a Mark II Astra?
Mine's it was 1988. It was actually registered 4th of August 1988.
Oh God, you're not down to the
Yeah. It came out. The model came out in 1984. The Mark 1 was 1980 to 1984. Mark 2 was 84 to 89. No, 92 I think it was. No, mine was an 88 model. It was actually just converted to being on unleaded petrol.
Oh God, what, rather than leaded?
Yeah, because leaded petrol was just being phased out in the late 80s.
That's true, yeah.
When I got it, the time I got it, it had been converted to run on unleaded. Oh, F. Oh.
Yeah, that's a question for you. What did you have to do?
They have to change the valve sheets because the lead acted as a cushion. That actually cushioned the lead cushioned the valve sheets. That's what the lead in the petrol was for.
Let this car down. It's going to go.
Oh, I'm going to have a wee look at that, your side actually. So, like I say, viewers, I'm not actually going under the car, I'm just putting the camera under with the selfie stick because it's not supported with actual stands. Now, looking at it on the underside of the driver's side, this is basically under the driver's side. Looking forward, you can see the plastic under tray at the front, that's just cable, couple of bolts, cable ties will do the job. Swinging the camera around to the intermediate silencer, exhaust silencer, and then stainless steel. It runs along. Now I find it really difficult because of the way I'm lying down. Petrol tank. Oh jeez, I can't really stretch anymore, but that's. I don't know if that's I think that's charcoal canister that I'm looking at now. That's the charcoal canister for capturing petrol fumes when the engine's and that's switched off.
This car has these colours.
From the tank, from the petrol tank, it captures the fumes. So it doesn't go into the air, so it's just capturing it, then it goes into the inlet, then the engine's turned on. The ECU purges the petrol canister.
195.50.
The cross member is there. Oh, I don't know if we could zoom in. No, I can't. I could. There we go. I think the suspension bit there is maybe what he's on about for the MOT.
The suspension will have to come down.
That there, that at the front, I think it's the bit that the cross member that the MOT guy was saying is going to.
I can't see it, but we'll see it on your video.
Yeah, it goes right along the front of the car as well. So
Is it a straight cross member, or is it the one that like spikes off in different directions?
Yeah, I think it goes right around. It's like an engine cradle.
Like
It goes right around the front as well. I think it's one piece, and it reaches this bit that is darker. I think that's the second part, which is the rear half of the subframe that goes along the inner, towards the middle of the car, if you like. The cross member bolts, locking bolts. There is this other little plate that's going to cross. Try to show it on the camera. So Struan's also doing a video as well, so he's like both. No, I wonder if that. See, that seems secure. So that one, I think, is the exhaust after all.
It will be back there. Oh, for fuck's sake! Look at that. I've come across there.
I'm gonna have to turn the camera around to see. It's raining cross member. That doesn't sound good. Oh no, I see what you're touching. That, you know what? That's actually more dirt, road dirt and surface rust. It's not that bad. Flaky. It's just flaky dirt. It's not great, but I mean, I think if you sand it and paint it with hammerite,
yeah, probably do that. Yeah.
That metal's quite thick. It's about 1/4 inches maybe.
Oh,
solid.
That is actually.
I think if anything was needing replacing, maybe the rubber mountains.
Yeah.
The bushing.
The bushings are always a bastard. They have to replace them all the time.
So, because my cross member's pretty much in this the same, but that cross member is like the rear axle, which is pretty solid anyway. They always get surface rust. It's at the rear of the car, it's all the road dirt gets thrown into the back.
Come on!
Yeah, a lot of that's just dirt and paint, old paint residue and surface rust.
Oh, Christ.
I mean, the MOT guy gets a wee hammer and hits it, and if there's a hole appearing, then it fails, but it's not, that metal is still solid. I mean, that's about 1/4 inch thick metal. That's not going to.
No, it's not going to burst. No, it's it's thick.
Still solid, like.
Needs a few things done.
That's petrol tank and tapping with the bottom of the selfie stick.
Oh, right.
Yeah, plastic petrol tank. That's all right. It's not leaking or anything.
Oh my god.
That heat shield seems to be all right actually. So that rattling will probably be that exhaust pump after all. That's the brake lines. I think there. These copper pipes going to your brakes, hydraulic brakes, and there'll be a proportional sensor for the rear brakes to proportionally distribute the braking force in the rear. That's your that's the handbrake. Handbrake, yeah. Let's see the car getting back when it's smacking a spring on its wheels. So we're just releasing the pressure off the jack. So I'll put that tight on it.
There we go. Coming down. Anyway.
So everything's out from under there, yeah. So it's just slowly, gradually coming down onto its wheels. Just very gradual. By releasing that screw, turn it anti-clockwise, releases the jack. And the car's coming down. And that's the pressure off the jack. The jack.
Fuck. There we go.
Should just come right out now.
Just put it all the way back.
Yeah. That's the car right down on its 4 wheels. There we go. So after that wee gym exercise, I'm going to lie down and not under the car, but just looking from the other side. You never go under it when it's not supported properly. we're going to now get a wee view of the car inside as it's been driven around just a couple of levels of the car park, and then I'll record the car on the outside as well, where it's been driven around, just to show you the car in motion, to hear it while it's been driven to. Just putting all the flooring back, the false floor, all back to its original position, and then goes the boot, which I'll show you it sounding. Was it sound like it's shut? Just like that.
That was just the fact I could hold it half shut.
So yeah, that's certainly learned something about this. This makes it the estate version. I never knew there was an estate Clio, but there is. Oh, the aerial. Oh, it comes off. Just in screws, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not that great actually. In fact, no.
It's good for going
Is
car
it
wash.
FM radio that's built into the rear window? Is it DAB?
No, it's
One of the radio's transmitters are usually built into some part of the window.
oh right, I didn't know. Could be, yeah, it might be. It could be that. It's,
Yeah. Oh.
so, roof rack rails, the silver ones on the Reynolds, and give it
But you
the
actually
rock.
can hear the shop making that noise.
Oh, shock absorber here, shock absorber there.
Let's have a look. You'll get your phone tracked to make sure.
Well, usually the shock absorber test, if the car keeps bouncing after so many times, after you've shook it, then
That's
it's
on the back, yeah.
It doesn't really.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the recoil, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
No, because if the shockers were going, it would just keep doing this, it's just bouncing
Actually,
until it's.
one of my family members had an Astra.
Oh,
It was an old- It was somebody I knew. They had an Astra. The back springs were the only thing holding the suspension. So he goes, go and kick the tow bar. So he goes, why not? It just goes, wah, 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 wah. So
Shock
about 10
absorbers.
seconds, I was like, oh, my
totally,
God.
totally gone. Yeah. If you couldn't drive it like that, I mean,
No,
it's
but
just.
For a wee while anyway,
Aye.
then the thing just clapped to it.
Oh gosh, the shock absorbers are very important for the stability of the car when you're going over bumps. If the shock absorbers are worn, the car, if it goes over bumps, it'll just bounce around. You don't want that if you're driving a car.
For a minute I was worried about the time, then I realised.
So I'm just going to go for a wee drive inside the car park, just round a couple of levels to let you see what it's like when it's on the move. So I was just getting a drink of water, and Struan is also thirsty, and he's going to down that 500ml bottle of water in a winner, if you want to see this. So here it goes. He's very thirsty.
Yeah.
Yes, you were definitely well rehydrated there.
That was good.
Well done, I'll show you that. So there you go. He's very thirsty. I think I've done it before a while ago. I know. I could do it, but
There's only one time I can't do that, that's when I have a cold, because you can't breathe through your nose properly.
yeah, no, that's it. Oh right, so there's a couple of other features I'm going to show in here. Turn the camera around, and we're just going to go to a couple of levels. But before we do, soon I'll show you this.
So there's a couple of things really. So this car never came with Bluetooth initially, as you'd guess. 2011 didn't really happen. So Parrot, that is my Bluetooth. How do you control it? That wee thing.
Oh right.
And it actually been mounted upside down by whoever fitted it. Because you can see the play pause, it's meant to actually be that way up.
So
But it's alright because volume, no matter which way round it is still up, like right as up.
yeah.
I just remember the opposite ways. The next song is actually,
So it's,
yeah.
it's upside down. Yeah.
who cares though? That's not that big a problem.
Right, so that's
The other one was when you turn the car on. Like that. I'll shut my window so you can hear the engine noise. The sat-nav system will come on with that photo of presumably a Clio estate. And when it does, it comes up this message. Press a button that looks like a J, a long J. You should see it in a minute.
Is this going to be on here or on there? Or?
No, on that big screen, the Parrot just says that all the time.
Oh, right.
And then shows up my phone. So that there. See the little J, the little line. Where on the radio screen down here, where do you see a button that has that logo?
Oh,
that logo. I'll do it again.
yeah, it's like a line, 90-degree line. Yeah, let's have a look at that again.
It's a right angle.
Yeah, it was down there, wasn't it? Aye.
So see the symbol and see if you can find where it says it.
Right, okay. Let's have a wee look at this again then. So it's doing its thing, it's just...
Loading up, yeah. Right for it.
So it's just waiting on it loading up. Right, up, let's have some light coming. Alright, okay, so it's warning priority to...
Ignore that, it's just the I agree symbol. Where on the car can you see that symbol?
Right, so
have a look for it. Because the only thing that controls that screen is this radio system.
That symbol, yeah.
Well,
no.
kind of.
I guess it's probably going to be worn off, maybe.
No, that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 presets.
Is it this?
Nope, that's the volume minus and plus. You don't see it, do you?
No, not really, no.
That's because this car came with something really cool. It's got its own remote to control that. So even if you're sat in the back seat, press a button, it'll say connected in a minute. It shows the light up and it says connected.
I never have found that. No,
for it. There we are.
Remote connected.
So you can go through all the menus with this little remote.
Oh, no, I could see.
And I thought that was really cool because I can just sit here like, alright, let's have a look, change car symbol. You can change the car symbol over there.
And try to get both. I try to get you getting that and that changing at the same. Yeah, there we go. So show them.
So you can see like there's Alpine, Bebop,
Aye,
whatever. Clio, I don't like the colour of it, so I didn't use it. There's things like Laguna Estate, that's what I use personally. Fucking stop that exhaust.
There's
Koleos, that kind of thing. I'll just rev it a bit there.
Oh, so this is for the symbol come up.
This is the symbol on the map, yeah.
He switches on itself, yeah.
So there's quite a few of them.
Oh, right, yeah, that's something.
Then default's just a wee arrow. But you like how it's got an F1 car.
Yeah, see that. Yeah, I can see that nicely.
You'll also notice that everything with an E in it that has the wee hyphened E has a question mark in it.
Yeah, see that.
So the Megane Megane up there, Megane Racing Estate.
Yeah, what's the question mark for that?
That's where the E, the little French E, you know, the E with the line squint above it would have been.
Oh, is this? Yeah,
because
right.
They're all French cars, so like Laguna Coupe question mark. Yeah, I use Laguna Estate as my logo. It's a blue estate car. It looks like it. So on the map, that's what it looks like.
Oh, for the sat nav. So this is actually going to show the car. It's like a wee game.
I can zoom in and out as well.
I've never saw a sat nav like that. Usually it's just an arrow.
It's a TomTom. Yeah. So I can have the arrow, but I don't.
You could have an F1 car and you have all sorts of.
And then there's a 2D, 3D button as well, which means I can have it. That is just an arrow.
Yeah,
that's the 2D version.
Yeah, I'm familiar with
that.
The
3D version's that.
So you could actually. I never really. Alright, so that's a function that they've added. So you could actually. It's just like a game. You select the car.
Yeah.
Your sat nav.
Then the images that come with the car, little like screensavers. It has tons of them.
Right,
even some cars that never came to fruition. Like I say, a Spas. It wasn't in the UK at that point.
It's quite a gimmick, yeah. That's pretty good.
That looks like the Clio Estate there.
Yeah, that is quite. Actually,
that's all the Laguna Estate.
Is this only Renault to do this?
Well, I'm guessing everybody has their version of it, but this is Renault's version.
Yeah, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've never noticed that before. I've never had a sat nav built in on the car. All my sat navs are like, I buy them separately. And now I just use the phone, the Google phone. The Google Maps is my sat nav. Yeah. But this car's got the built-in sat nav as well, which is it's obviously quite high end on the specification
for its year.
Level. For an 11 plate, that's the same year as my car. It's 14-year-old.
So the final images were the Renault logo and the TomTom, if you want to show that. Renault logo at the time this car came out. Now it's obviously the fancy two-line things, and then the TomTom as well, because that's what it actually is. It's a TomTom sat nav. It says that as well, So then we just end up, I think, back to the start very shortly. But there's TomTom again. Yeah, that's the start.
Yeah.
Many menus.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's certainly quite a lot of
preferences. Show points of interest on map.
Yeah.
Loads of things there.
So there you go. It's got all that as well included in this model of car.
That's good, yeah. When it was brand new, it had a wee cup holder attachment, so you could just put the remote back in its own slot, sitting like that.
Yeah.
Now it just has to sit loose.
Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah. You could also hear the exhaust that's rattling quite clearly now. You could hear that. Yeah, that would be quite annoying.
Until I rev.
People will recognise this car at night when it's drawn up the driveway with the gazelle telltale rattles.
Oh, till it's idling though.
So this is the, just going to go around a couple of levels because my car's obviously unlocked, so just
so
could only really stay an eye shot of it really. But just to show them an idea, power steering, that's central locking coming on as you move automatically. Yeah. That light, if it's dazzling you, just let me know. That's right. That's good. Remember the clutch is at a high biting point because it's worn. But get the garage to check it though, make sure it is not just a case of adjustment or actual bleed. And same with the oil mayonnaise, make sure it is actually
forbidden mayonnaise.
Yeah, you know, certainly, because condensation can cause that, but if it's a head gasket then obviously it will be doing.
I'll come back up on this level after this one, I'll do the emergency brake.
Oh right, let me know when you're doing that.
When we come back up I'll give you a 3, 2, 1.
In fact, I'll put my belt on for that, my seat belt on.
Slow down here if you want to do it here.
Yeah, let's put the belt on now then. Yeah, so I'm recording just any time, we'll hold on to this and get my feet ready for the emergency braking, which is...
I'm not going to go any faster than about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll get up to 10 miles an hour. 3, 2, 1.
Oh Jesus!
Works.
Yeah, it works. The brakes definitely worked. Yeah, it stopped in its tracks there.
Yes it did.
It goes nose down.
No, so. Yeah, did you?
That's just showing the power steering is all nice and light.
It's nice and loose.
Yeah, good steering. There's no play in it or anything, is there? No, it's all solid. There's no any movement or any in the place. That's good. It's a tight. That's actually quite a nice feeling. Yeah, quite nice feeling steering wheel. Oh, so it is a sport after all. So yeah, it's going to be high spec.
And of course you got.
Oh, the horn. Yeah, I got a flight on it. Yep.
Thing is, with most modern horns you can't do that because you need to press it and I'll go.
Yeah, it's the delay.
This one you can do the.
Yeah, that's right. The original, the old.
It's fun that way.
It's like some of them you press it and it's a fixed duration for the small beep and that. Aye. Some of the buses are like that.
You can hear that rattle on the way past.
So that was just a wee view of the interior as it was being driven in the car park. Now I'm going to get a view of the outside as it's being driven around. Right, so it's getting on for 1 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to have to be pretty quick now. We're going to get a review of the car on the outside as it's being driven around, just to show you what it looks like on the outside as we go around. It's going to be a same drill, we're just going to go around and do the emergency brake about there.
Back up here, 10 miles an hour, brakes.
Right, yeah, that's fine then. Okay, let's go for it. I'll show the lights and that as well. I never got the rear. So it got fog lights, front fog lights. Yeah, let's have a look at them now. There we go. Just got that too. Yeah. I'll get the rear ones as you go around. I'll see that as you move. I never got the reversing lights actually. Maybe get them. Yeah. I'll put the camera on that set. And the rear fogs and hazard lights as well. Hazard lights. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go for it. It's a view as it goes round. Yes, yeah, brakes had certainly worked. You could hear it digging into the road. Yeah. Oh god, aye. I felt it, I actually heard it skidding. Yeah. Will you do it again, yeah? Oh yeah, let's do that again actually. The handbrake as you were, yeah. So it's another, there's a brake, keep the handbrake to keep the rear up. And release it. Yeah. Yeah, that was fine. No problem with the brakes. Oh, right, watch what's going on here now because it's reversing, right? Okay. Yeah. Just get that into view, into the space. And there it is. There we go. Show the dashboard. So it's got the side repeater indicator on there. I think the bulb on the rear might be needing replaced. I was actually going to mention that when I followed you, that the rear flashers are showing a bit of white. Yeah, have a look and you see what you think. It's compared to the front ones, they look properly orange, but that's orange. But the rear ones, have a look at white they are. It's actually almost like reversing lights. I don't know how well it's shown on the camera, but
it probably is like a reverse.
Yeah, it's quite white. Both of them are pretty white. I mean, they are. I'm surprised it didn't have that on the MOT.
Not that it really matters, does it?
If it's shown white, the indicator should always be shown as much orange as possible. Because I got an advisory. I had to change the bulb on my because it was showing white. But you see, these are proper orange. All the front ones and side repeater ones are proper orange. But the rear ones are definitely showing a lot more white.
I want to see the casing, see if the casing's tinted.
I think it's the bulb itself has changed.
The bulb, yeah.
Yeah, the actual bulb. It's probably old. It's actually probably just the paint on the bulb.
Oh yeah, because it is orange.
Yeah, there's a clear lens, so the bulb is orange. There's a coating on the bulb, it's probably never been... Then probably original.
That could be.
Yeah, it's probably the original. I mean, I think a lot of condensation in the back probably causes the paint to come off more. See, the front ones are going to be warm and dry because it's near the engine, but the rear ones,
the brakes,
yeah,
they slightly rub, so they're fucking hot.
Oh, did they? The binding.
I put in the car last night to wash it.
You got a lot of steam, did you?
Yeah.
Brake bind. Brakes are notorious. Well, they tend to bind if they're being cleaned out because all the stuff that's gathered up in the drum brakes and that. But if you've got disc brakes all around, like what's on my car, they don't have that. They don't suffer from so much brake dust gathering up in the drum, because it isn't a drum, it's discs, which tend to stay cleaner, better braking efficiency, and also cool down because disc brakes are open to the elements, whereas a drum brake is encased in the drum and the heat tends to stay inside. So basically, that's pretty much all I'm going to do now for now. It's quite late, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I work in the morning, so it's maybe time to round off the video. Well, that's a pretty good review. So what do you think then? You're quite happy with this as a project car? Or?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
I don't know if you can hear a word with that motorbike, but it's about a mile away and you can still hear it.
Yeah, I like it as a project car. These cars, like being Renaults, older Renault parts, they're not expensive to get parts for. And because it's smaller car, tyres and the likes are cheaper as well.
Yeah.
For the next MOT, they 100% will need new tyres, because I just had a look at, let's say we jacked up on that rear one there, and you can see a bit of dry rot in it.
I'll just show. Yeah, so this is the tyre in question. It's going to be getting replaced, the rear one. Is one of the things that's going to be on Struan's project list regarding this car. So there's quite a bit needing done on it, but he did buy this car knowing that there'd be a lot of work needing done on it. That's why he bought it, because it is a project car. So, and he's obviously want the challenge of doing that, and you learn a lot when you do that.
Oh yes.
So yeah, and it's the second car as well. So his main car is in for a service or whatever, and this one is a backup car and paid virtually nothing for it. Yeah. So that's really good. You still have to tax it though, You have to
and insure. Yeah.
tax and insure. Obviously, when you buy a car these days now, you've got to tax it from new. You know, you got to buy a whole year. Whereas before, if you bought a second-hand car, if there was tax left on it, then you know you would get that included. Well, and you buy a car now, second-hand, you've automatically got to re-tax it as brand, pay like. So even if it had 11 months MOT on it, 11 months tax on it, if you buy it second-hand, you've got to re-tax it again for the start.
Oh, ouch.
So that's how it is.
I found the indicator bulbs on Halfords, right?
So
there's the bulbs from Halfords, 581S, whatever that, right?
uh-huh.
So the issue is when you go to look at things like that, it says 25.49, and if you don't read it says it includes fitting. You think, what the fuck's £25 for a bulb? Then it's actually there.
Oh,
But they're going to charge you 20 quid to fit bulbs.
Oh no, I fit them myself.
Yeah, exactly, I would be as well. So I'm on my day off. What I'm going to do today, I've probably just been paid actually, is get the 2 indicator bulbs, hopefully a pack of wipers.
Yeah,
But I'm not doing any more work to it other than that, just sort of keep it legal.
keep it legal. Yeah, wipers.
No doing any more work to
Bulbs,
that until we
tyres.
find out about that fucking head gas.
Yeah, that's right. The big task. So yeah, he's obviously got to keep the car legal if he's driving it. Keep it in a legal condition. So I'm going to round the video off now. It's getting on. So I hope you've got a fair idea of the Renault Clio, the old
Oh, it's a spaceship. Oh no, it's an electric car.
electric car. Yeah, it's just checking around, but that's okay.
Doing their security checks.
So yeah, basically just going to round off the video now. So, right, so time to get in now. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I say, I've covered quite a bit all around the car, underneath, under the bonnet. I can't think of anything else. I've showed you the back.
Yeah, we'll come up to do another update about it in the future.
Oh yes, the update, yeah, I'm going to do an update. Because Stuart's going to do some work on this car, and I could do an update video to see how the progress is going regarding the project work. Right, I'm going to have to go now. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall catch you later on. Just keep them posted. And
Exactly.
just, be getting these toolbox out and
Yeah, basically, yeah.
be busy working on it. Right, I'm going to go and I'll catch you later. See what else I put on my channel. Thanks for watching. And Struan Jennings' channel, he's got his video regarding this as well. So if you want to see his version, just type in Struan Jennings on YouTube and I'm sure you'll find it, because he too is doing a video of this. It was actually done simultaneously. Okay, right, I'll have to go. I'll catch you later on. Bye for now.